And hello, we're back. We're here in this K-startup area. So we're looking at a whole bunch of different companies. And of course, if you're talking about K-startups, you're gonna run into a couple of AI companies, because this is where all the intelligence is, I swear. When you've got a country that has like the highest percentage of post-secondary education degrees, you're gonna get smart people with some really smart ideas. And that's why we're gonna walk over here and look at Eim퓨처 and check it out. So let's start here. It's Mr. Bob Allen. Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Alex.
It's good to be here. Okay, so Eim퓨처. I see NeuroMosaic. There's AI in there. It's AI technology. What's Eim퓨처?
That's right. So Eim퓨처 is a company that was spun out of LG Electronics a couple of years ago. The team really comes from the Advanced Research Lab, where they were responsible for developing AI acceleration engines that would go into many of the chips that power their home consumer electronics. The technology itself, though, given it goes into chips, clearly LG Electronics is not a chip company,
right.
And so to spin the company out is really to enable those chip companies out there with this core technology to be able to really expand the number of applications well beyond just the confines of home consumer.
Okay, so what is it exactly that is produced? Do you produce the hardware, the software, what goes on here?
Yeah, good question, Alex. So we produce both the hardware and the software. It's really a very co-developed type of solution. The hardware itself we deliver as a block of semiconductor IP. So if you're a semiconductor design company or just a company that has the expertise to build semiconductors, then the hardware would be delivered to them as a block of intellectual property. That goes into their design process to produce the chip. But the software is really the integral part to enable that hardware to be able to run the types of algorithms that are really well known in the AI and machine learning space. And so, for instance, on this demo, one thing that we're demonstrating here that is really quite unique about our architecture is really being able to operate multiple different machine learning models concurrently on the same device.
Oh.
So many devices today are quite limited in their ability to really just operate or execute one model at a time. And that might really happen in a way where one model operates or gets executed very quickly and they move on to the next one, or to really pseudo or make up a kind of a simultaneous type of operation is they operate or they execute a certain part of the model, they'll stop, go execute a different model, stop, come back to the other one originally, have to reload some data, keep going, and then they'll get results at effectively the same amount of time for each, but in many of the current devices as well as future devices, you're looking at many sensors being crammed into the same type of package, right? So you might be doing something that's vision-oriented where you have cameras or LiDAR or radar or audio, so you've got multiple different microphones, for instance, on that device. And what this type of architecture allows those types of manufacturers to do is to take all of those multi-sensor data, execute models independently on that particular sensor data, and come up with the results that are really aligned with the objectives of the device, whether that be a robot, a smart refrigerator, whatever it might be.
All right, so let's talk CES. You're here at CES 2023.
That's right.
I'm here too. We have different objectives though. What are your objectives here? Is it getting the word out? Is it investments? I mean, you already have, I suppose, some backing from LG in the beginning, but what are you looking for now?
That's right. So when it spun out of LG, LG is certainly a strategic lead investor for the company, but really we're kind of all the above. We're here to get some exposure, get the word out about Eim퓨처. We haven't been around all that long. We are looking for partners, for customers, and for investors. We're currently raising our Series A funding. We have several committed investors already in tow. We're looking to expand that to a few more investors and also broaden that outside of just really Seoul or Korea and into other regions. So partners, customers, investors, and a lot of marketing and a lot of awareness for the company.
So I'm afraid to ask this question because this might be my dumbness coming out of not knowing the industry as well. You kind of already mentioned expanding to different countries as well as getting your name out there. Is there a big overarching goal? You want to be a leader in this particular part of the AI future? Because again, I don't know how it works. What is your goal in 5 years, 10 years? Where is Eim퓨처? Which is, I did not make that cheesy joke. Where in the future is Eim퓨처?
Where are we aiming?
Where are you aiming for? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, great question. So really we would like to be the de facto standard AI acceleration engine across the entire semiconductor industry. That's a pretty tall task, and can we achieve that in 5 years? Well, it's a pretty crowded space. A lot of companies are doing a lot of different, taking a lot of different approaches to essentially tackle the same problems, right? And we believe we have an architecture that's flexible and scalable enough to really do many more kind of applications across multiple different industries than really what a lot of the other companies out there are doing today. And so in 5 years, we would like to be perhaps a lot further along that journey to be the de facto standard for at least 2, maybe 3 different kind of verticals.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for talking with us and giving me a little lesson on how everything works here,
Absolutely.
as well as everything about Aimfuture.
Yeah, thanks for the interview.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate
And
it, Alex.
make sure that you check them out, find out more information, and of course, they are looking for investors. So if you happen to be watching, check it out. All right, everyone, we'll see you around. Goodbye, everyone.
Take care. Thank you.